Kristen, the pet living expert, is back answering your questions. The big question, we got a lot of emails about this. Animals eating their own
poo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a name for that. It's not what you think.
Okay.
It's called coprophagia.
Okay.
And typically it's dogs, and usually it's female dogs. And they say about 1 out of 5 female dogs will eat their own business.
Yeah, why?
So it's a combination of, it could either be a behavioral issue. So before dogs were domesticated, they were scavengers, and they would eat the stuff like that, you know, of other animals and their own. But it could also be a medical reason. Maybe they're lacking nutrients in their diet. Typically, if they're lacking vitamin B, that could cause them to eat their own poop. I hate even saying that.
I know.
I feel like I need to brush my teeth.
Every time you cringe.
But I would say, first of all, take your dog to the veterinarian.
Okay.
Make sure that it's not a health-related or medical issue. And then, based upon that finding, you can either you'll have change a diet or a supplement, but a real obvious thing you can do is to pick up the poop before they get to it.
Okay.
Don't let it sit in the yard or wherever.
And if there's other animals' poop, just kind of try and drag them away from that if they're eating other animals?
You're just going to have to keep a really close eye on until you get to the bottom of the problem.
Okay.
I have a wiener dog, and she doesn't eat her own stuff. She loves the cat stuff.
My dog's the same, and we both have female dogs.
Yeah, so it's female dog, and it's a digger kind of dog.
Yes.
You know, they like to dig.
Yeah, but dig and burrow, yeah.
It's so
Sorry,
gross.
it's not.
I know, it is gross. I just pull her away. Okay,
Right.
Susie said she just got a Chihuahua from the pound in the beginning of February. She was feeding her normal, no problem. Now the last 4 days, she will only eat out of her hand.
Okay, so my first guess there would be that she obviously started feeding her by hand at some point, and maybe she really likes that. She prefers to be fed by hand. I have a friend who does that. He will only feed his little Yorkie by hand, and that's how he has to do it now because she won't eat it out of a bowl. So it sounds like a problem that maybe she created herself, you know, and I would say just put the food in the bowl. And when she's hungry enough, she'll eat it.
Eventually she'll eat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have this from Mark. He said he wants to know what the best flea collar is for dogs. He says he doesn't like the drops or the feed me. I'm assuming he's talking about the pills.
Right, right. And a lot of folks don't like those, although those are what's typically recommended by your veterinarian. And I do like to say, talk to your veterinarian about what is best. Flea collars, I can't tell you what the best is, but my issue with flea collars is it's not, if your pet is wearing something around their neck that repels fleas and ticks, is it really effective at the back end of your pet and other parts of their body? So there are powders, there are foams that you can use that are on the market that are all natural. So I would look up those.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
We love having you here.
It did get better from the poop.
It did.
Yeah, we
I'm
start low.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. Thanks
Yes,
for coming.
thank you, Kristen.
There